What's going on, guys? Leo Cannell here with Funding CEO Academy. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, how many of us are looking for financial freedom? If there's one thing we've learned probably in the last 2 years with all the craziness of everything that's been going on, it's that we want freedom, right? And freedom starts, we have to all agree, with financial freedom. I remember a decade ago when the recession of 08, 09 hit and I didn't have financial freedom and my family struggled and we couldn't travel. We didn't have freedom of our time. We didn't have freedom to decide where we want to live, what we wanted to do. And that, my friends, is what we're going to talk about today. How do you obtain financial freedom? Because there is a formula to it. Success leaves clues, says David Meltzer, one of the great entrepreneurs of our generation, and someone that I've learned a lot from. So today we're going to dive into how do you get financial freedom, what are the steps, and most importantly, what are the hot professions and industries that are recession proof that you can tap into. Let's dive in. All right, first off, are you going to be an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur? Because you can succeed either way. You don't have to always be the number one that, risk puts it all on the line and risks everything to start a business. You can start and be an intrapreneur in a business that is new, that's growing, that offers you opportunities where you can build things without taking all the risks. So you need to know yourself. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you an intrapreneur? Once you make that decision, now we can start to take action. So let's look at the steps to take action to financial freedom. Whether you're an entrepreneur or intrapreneur, the steps are very similar. Number one, doesn't matter what you are, you must find a recession-proof business, a quote-unquote essential business, right? So what is a recession-proof business? What are some of those, businesses that do well in good times and bad times? You must define that and know that you're part of a business that's trending up and not one that's trending down. For example, if you're in a brick and mortar retail store, you're probably trending down, right? But if you're in e-commerce, well, you're probably trending up. So make sure you choose a recession-proof business. Next, after you've made that selection, you're in the right business, the right industry, and not only an industry that's going to do well, but one that fits your talents, that connects with what you're good at, right? Next, now you must become an expert. You must select a business that you can become one of the best, if not the best in, and that begins by becoming an expert in that business. Next, you're going to leverage technology. Hey, you can be in the right business, you can become an expert, but if you don't have software and technology and systems and processes to make your business easier, then you're not going to be on your way to financial freedom. You must also leverage a team. If you're trying to be a solopreneur and do this by yourself, very difficult. If you're an entrepreneur, you're already going to have team members, but you must incorporate them in the business that you're building. And then next, you want to scale the business, right? You've become an expert, you're leveraging technology, you've got a great team, you're training them up, you got values and principles. Now it's time to scale the business. And if you're scaling, that means growing by 50 to 100% a year. If you can grow by 100% every single year, even if you only do 50,000 the first year, 100,000 the next, then 200, 400, 800, that's where you can win, but you must be patient as you scale and grow that business. Now, these are the steps. This is the path to financial freedom. Let's talk about specifically what are some of those recession-proof industries and professions that you can take a look at right now. Where do you go? Well, e-commerce. We were just talking about it, right? If you're an old, brick and mortar, very expensive, high overhead retail store, you're probably not doing well. But hey, you can run an e-commerce business, even do it from home. And there's a lot of our clients, thousands that we provided funding for that have been able to grow these e-commerce businesses. Now there's some startup costs. You gotta, be able to buy a lot of inventory, and that's where our 0% credit line program really comes in handy. But e-commerce is a very solid business. It's only accelerated its growth and hotness, with what's happened. Next, real estate. Real estate's always going to be a business, even if it's up and down. You can make money in real estate. So real estate's another recession-proof business that usually does pretty well, though I will say in 08 and 09 obviously didn't do quite as well, but for the last decade it's been pretty strong. And over history it's done very well if you have a good marketing system. And then technology and software, guys, that's where the hot stuff is, right? If you can build a software, an application, something that solves a problem for a business, for a consumer, that's the type of industry and profession that will always be recession-proof. And of course, we've learned in the last couple of years, fortunately, that the business funding space is truly a recession-proof industry and one that provides a lot of reward when you can help business owners in good times to grow and scale their business and help them in bad times to stay in business, right? They can't do it without business funding. So regardless of what's going on in the world, the business funding space is a truly recession-proof business. And the good news is I've actually built out and written a book. It's a free ebook that you can download right now. It's called The 7 Keys to Building a Recession-Proof Business Funding Empire. The costs are very low to get started, and this is a free book that you can download right now. So just click on the link below if you want to download that book and be part of a recession-proof business. Find out if it's the right fit for you, your talents, and your interests. And we've had so many amazing people go through the program, and the best part is it's very affordable. You can download this book for free. So that, my friends, is the path to financial freedom. We talked about the steps. We talked about recession-proof businesses. Now it's on to you. Are you going to take action? You're going to do something with this information. Action takers are the ones that make it happen. So be bold, take action. If you found value in this video, go ahead and like it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends and those who are looking for financial freedom, because it's a team sport to get financial freedom.